One day, Zara was playing in her backyard when she saw something strange. It was an egg, but not just any egg. This one was glowing bright green. She picked it up and felt a little jolt. Then she heard a tiny voice. "Please don't break the egg," it said. And that's exactly what Zara thought she'd do. So instead, she planted it in her garden. The next morning, Zara ran outside. She couldn't wait to see if the egg had hatched. But when she got there, the ground was destroyed and the egg was gone. Had a bird taken it? Had a squirrel buried it? What was going on? Just then, she saw something incredible. There, curled up under her rose bushes, was a tiny dragon. He had emerald green scales and wings that were too big for his body. He looked up at her with big, innocent eyes. "Are you real?" Zara asked. She reached out to touch his head, but he quickly ducked away. Are you hurt?" she asked softly. He shook his head, but then, seeing that he was upset, Zara sat down beside him. She wrapped her arms around her knees and said, "You can trust me. I won't tell anyone that you're here." Then the dragon snuggled into her shoulder. When Zara brought the dragon inside, her mom was shocked. "Where did you find this thing?" she asked. "Can we keep him, please?" Zara begged. Her mom thought for a moment. "Well, if you can take care of him, I guess we can keep him until we figure out where he came from." Zara promised she would and named the dragon Emerald, because of his beautiful green scales. She made him a little nest in her room, but he didn't want to stay there. Instead, he crawled onto her bed and fell asleep. Every night he did the same thing. First, he ate 3 pieces of toast, washed them down with some milk, then climbed into her bed and went to sleep. When he was awake, though, he loved to play. He zoomed around her house, leaving trails of glittery green dust in the air. He also liked to nap under her blankets and listen to her read books. They became the best of friends. Then one night, Zara woke up to the smell of burning toast. She rushed to the kitchen to find the stove covered with ash, and her precious dragon sitting nearby with a singed tail. "What happened?" she asked. He hung his head in shame. "I didn't mean to burn the toast," he whispered. "I'm sorry." Zara knelt down and hugged him. "It's all right," she said. "We all make mistakes, but we need to hide this. If anyone finds out, they'll take you away." The dragon nodded and apologized again, but Zara waved it off. She cleaned up the mess and made him some more toast, which he ate without making it burnt. Then he played in her room until it was time for bed. As they snuggled together under the covers, she stroked his back and asked, "Where did you come from? Do you have a family?" He shook his head sadly. "I don't know who my parents are or where I came from. I just remember flying through the night sky when suddenly I crashed into your backyard. You were the first person I ever met." Zara felt sorry for him. She knew what it was like to be alone. "Well, I guess you're my dragon now," she said with a smile. "And I'm your best friend." He nuzzled her hand and went to sleep. For the next few weeks, Zara kept her dragon a secret. Whenever he wanted to play, they went to her attic. It was full of boxers, so he had plenty of room to zoom around. One day, Zara opened a box and found a shiny red ball. She threw it across the room and the dragon happily chased after it. Then he did something unexpected. He breathed a small puff of air, and the ball landed right back in her hands. "How did you do that?" Zara asked. He grinned. "I blew on it," he said proudly. Zara laughed and kept throwing the ball while he blew it back to her. They had so much fun. Suddenly, the dragon stopped. "Oh no," he whispered. "I have to hide." Before Zara could ask why, she heard voices in the hallway. Her mom and dad stood outside her door, and she could hear their worried whispers. "I've had enough of these fireflies in the house," her mom said. "They're getting into everything." Zara froze. Fireflies? She looked at her dragon, who shrank in fear. Did he leave a trail of fireflies somewhere? He looked so guilty. Zara quickly hid him under her bed covers. and hoped he wouldn't get into any more trouble. But that night, she woke up to the smell of smoke. Rushing to the kitchen, she found a singed pot on the stove and her dragon with a soot-covered face. "I'm so sorry," he cried. "I was trying to make us some soup, but I must have turned the heat up too high." Zara sighed and hugged him. "It's okay," she said, "but we have to hide this. If Mom and Dad find out you're here, they'll call the firefighters, and then you'll be gone." The dragon nodded sadly. From that moment on, he never used his fire magic. He was too scared of causing another accident. A few days later, Zara smelled something delicious. It smelled like vanilla and sugar. She raced to the kitchen to find cookies on the counter. Had her mom made them? No, there was only one cookie cutter, and it was shaped like a dragon. The dragon had made those cookies himself. How did he make them without using magic? Zara asked. He shrugged. "I don't know," he said, "but I really like baking. Can we bake some more?" Zara beamed. Of course. She loved to bake with her dragon. Then suddenly, her mom peeked into the kitchen. "What are you doing?" she asked. Zara froze. She quickly covered the dragon with flour. Just making some cookies," she lied. Her mom raised an eyebrow, but didn't say anything else. Soon, it was time to say goodbye. Zara knew that she couldn't keep the dragon a secret forever. One day, she'd have to tell someone. But how could she protect him until then? The answer came when she least expected it. As Zara and the dragon were playing in her backyard, they heard a loud crash. A girl with long blonde hair stumbled out of the bushes. She was crying and holding a broken doll. "Are you okay?" Zara asked. The girl looked up. At first, she was surprised to see Zara, but then her eyes fell on the dragon. "A dragon," she gasped. "Where did you find him?" "Can't tell you," Zara whispered, afraid that the girl would run away or call the police. "Why not?" the girl asked. "Because if people find out he's here, they'll try to hurt him. Please promise me you'll keep a secret." The girl nodded. "I promise. Can I pet him?" Zara hesitated, but then the dragon crawled over and let the girl stroke his back. From that moment on, the two girls and the dragon became best friends. They played in Zara's backyard every day, and the dragon even learned to fly a little. One afternoon, Zara told her friends about her dragon. "I can't believe you have a pet dragon," one of them said, her eyes wide with wonder. "Can I meet him?" Zara shook her head. Mom and Dad would freak out if they knew he was here. Her friend gasped. "Well, then sneak him into the forest and I'll help you hide him," she said. "Really?" Zara's eyes lit up. That was a great idea. That night, Zara packed some food for the dragon and walked into the forest with him. She had found the perfect place to hide. It was a cozy cave hidden by tall trees. "You can live here," she said. "No one will find you." The dragon hugged her. "Thank you for everything, Zara," he said. "Will you still visit?" Zara asked. He nodded. "Of course, but only when the moon is full." And that's exactly what they did. Every month, Zara snuck into the forest to visit her dragon. One night, she arrived at the cave and found the dragon waiting outside. "I'm so happy to see you," he said. "I have something for you." He led her inside the cave and showed her a pile of shiny rocks. "I collected these for you," he said. "They're beautiful," Zara said, taking them in her hands. But then something strange happened. The rocks glowed and formed into a bracelet. "Wow," Zara breathed. She slipped the bracelet on her wrist and it fit perfectly. The dragon smiled. "I'm glad you like it," he said. "Now, we'll always be friends." Zara hugged him tightly. "I'll always be your first friend," she whispered. The next morning, Zara woke up feeling sad. She hadn't seen the dragon the night before and missed him a lot. As she walked to school, she spotted a shooting star streaking across the sky. She smiled. Maybe the dragon was saying hello.